Hi, and we're Jessica and Rick, and we're pretty much tech enthusiasts. We're just novice at this point, but for the past, I would say, couple of months, my wife and I, we have been looking at a lot of sound bars. We were basically in tune already to buy the Bose 700 along with its subwoofer. We heard it at a major brand store, meaning Best Buy, and wow, it blew us out of the water. It was amazing. We also tested out the Sonos Arc, which is actually a very good looking soundbar, I thought. The subwoofer, fantastic. In my wife's opinion, the Sonos wasn't up to the same par, would you say?
It wasn't as crisp, the sound, as the Bose was.
I tend to disagree. I honestly, my wife and I sometimes agree to disagree. But after reading a certain review the other day on the ratings.com as well as Tech Radar, um, I I read the damnedest thing. The Walmart brand ONN soundbar 5.12 soundbar, which is Dolby Atmos, was rated as one of their top five and with outrageous reviews. So I came home, I told my wife, you know what do I lose? I go to Walmart all the time. And let me just go see about this thing. So I went to Walmart and whatnot, found out, what store was carrying it. And I said, you know what, let me just try it out. It seems to be a fantastic price, $300. It's got 820 watts of peak power. We've tested it out at its max, to be honest, and it does come up to par, and in fact actually blows it out of the water. The funny thing is, we have the lowest tier of the Sony OLED from 2018. We think it's an excellent TV, but it does miss out on one feature that this soundbar needs: the EARC. It just has a regular ARC HDMI system. So we hooked it up to the optical after reading that we would get about 80% of what the full functionality of the actual soundbar would get. And oh my. Like I said previously, we've tested out many soundbars. We've tested out the Sony Dolby Atmos, which is 800 watts. Both LG ones, which are fantastic, that both have Dolby Atmos. I recently tested out the JBL 9.1 at Best Buy. Found maybe that it was a little bit in lacking. It's kind of cool though that you get to take out the rear speakers out of the actual soundbar from the JBL. But I have to say, with the exception of two things of this Walmart brand ONN 5.1.2 Dolby Atmos soundbar, this soundbar blows all of them out of the water. I kid you not. The Bose 700, which you would pay easy about $1,300 for the soundbar along with the subwoofer, doesn't even have Dolby Atmos. Honestly, we are sound enthusiasts, basic music lovers, mostly 4K movie lovers, and we really like to hear everything that goes on in the movies. So I know that YouTube has copyright things, so we're not going to show you what we actually tried, but we are going to run some Dolby Atmos tests that come from YouTube itself, since we are posting this on YouTube. we don't want any gains out of this. It's just, honestly, we saw that there were, maybe one or two good reviews or decent reviews about this soundbar. I truly believe this soundbar needs to really be told about. It is just that good.
Another thing, I did not want it because it's from the Walmart brand, and I said, oh my gosh, my husband's being cheap, but actually he decided to buy it, and I said, well, if anything, we'll return it. And you know what? No, I don't want to return it, and I've always wanted the Bose. So I think it's worth taking a gamble on.
For the price, it was definitely worth taking a gamble on. I will say it is a monster. Not only is it a monster sound, it is a monster. As she showed you, the box by itself is humongous for a soundbar.
Let me take a picture of the
Oh, now we're gonna show you the actual soundbar itself. As you can see, both up-firing speakers. There are more speakers here. This is the actual remote. Didn't really, it just seems like a regular remote. It does feel a little on the cheap side. It does the trick. It really, really does. It does the trick. The subwoofer is...
It actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, the actual speaker itself, the actual soundbar itself, it looks really good. It is sharp looking. It does come with brackets. We haven't hung it up yet. We're moving. So, honestly, I think we're doing all this so that we could test it out and would have you. Honest to goodness, today we actually played a 4K movie on our Xbox, and honestly, you just heard everything. Everything. It was a Marvel movie, and honestly,
It was fantastic.
it was fantastic. Like,
The walls were shaking.
basically, this is as close. I keep saying it. My wife might disagree with me, but this is as close to an IMAX experience during COVID that you can have. I am completely blown out of the water by this speaker. The two things that I did want to basically touch up on that I find negative about this soundbar, I already touched up on one, being the remote, and two, the top of the speaker, the top of the soundbar itself. It's like a plastic film. Instead of it just being one piece, it's like a plastic film. And maybe with humidity or what have you, or, God forbid you clean it with something damp, it might come up.
Well,
But obviously we'll take really good care of it.
so
What?
that problem right there.
Oh yeah. Right here we found that it was coming up a little bit, so my wife and I were big fans of black electric tape. And we put it on there, and honestly,
you really
unless
can't
you
see it.
get within an inch of it, you can't even tell.
You can see it here because I'm super close, but from here, forget it.
Yeah. The soundbar itself, like, I would say it has to weigh a good 20 to 25 pounds.
And you would never know it's the Onn. It doesn't have a logo
It
anywhere.
doesn't have a logo on it at all unless you turn it upside down, which would make absolutely no sense.
And it comes with the soundbar.
It comes with the subwoofer, which I'm going to be outrageously honest. Of all the subwoofers I've owned, and I've owned many, my goodness, this one really shakes everything. The floor was shaking. My wife had a few Christmas things on the walls, and it's funny because one is like 20 feet away and it was moving. This thing is outrageous. It gets up to a 40 number in volume. You get up there, everything is going to shake. It is the first sound system I've ever had that, quite frankly, the subwoofer is not at max. I actually have it at 6.
Well, so they can see how thick it is. Maybe we should put something.
Okay. Well, so
oof,
there's the remote.
There goes the remote. Okay. Oh look, a water bottle. Okay, this is the water bottle. It's a small water bottle. So you can see how thick it is. I guess. It's not very thick.
It is thicker. It is thicker than most sound bars. I would basically say that it's probably a little thicker than the 9000F from Sony. It's not as long as that one, but this one is a 42-inch speaker, and I mean, this is a monster. It's very simple. It doesn't have an equalizer. It doesn't even need it. Honestly, the settings on the TV would be more than enough. This has 3 basic functions. If you could see here, I'm gonna show it. Ready?
Yes.
It has regular, standard, movie, music. That's it. Like I said, we have it running on optical. I have the treble at max. Everything pretty much is at max.
Well, not the
with the exception of the subwoofer, which, oh, whoops, caught me in a lie. I'm at 8.
No, the max is 10, I think.
No. I don't have it at max.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I had it at 8. I'm going to leave it at 8. I personally think that this sound, everything is clear. The dialogue of this is outrageously clear.
And when you play a Dolby thing.
Oh, wow. When we've played a few Dolby tests, they have sounded amazing. You really do follow everything. This is truly a Dolby experience from Walmart. You know, I know that it sounds like I'm almost downsizing Walmart, but I should be getting money from Walmart as to how much money we spend a year at Walmart and Sam's Club.
We're not getting anything for this review.
Yeah, we're definitely not getting anything for this review. It's just, I feel that this soundbar story should definitely be told because it is that good. For those people that are sound pedophiles, whatever, they should basically go with this soundbar. You should at least go try it. It is on display at a bunch of Walmarts. Just press the play button. The demo in the store sucks. And it sucks. And this soundbar makes it sound good.
The worst is what? You gotta return it.
Yeah, the worst part is that you would have to return it. It's $300. You know, honestly, anything Dolby these days is at least $500 to $600, meaning Dolby Atmos. Obviously, the right TV set is going to do you well, meaning the right 4K or OLED or 8K, of course. And obviously, you know, we just upgraded to another Sony OLED. And, you know, when we move, we're going to hook it up to the EARC. And, wow, if we're getting this on optical and just 80%. Well, amazing. So, you know what? Instead of just talking about it, we're just going to show you. Do you have the remote?
I don't know if they'll get the full effect.
Listening to where cinematic audio has been. Because we are so used to hearing sound this way, we don't notice that it is merely a fraction of what its potential could be. But what if sound could be extraordinary? Again.
Engines are up and burning. Opening the Northwest
With Dolby Atmos, audio can precisely move in any direction in this theater. Whether the sound sweeps from the back to all the way in front, arcs overhead, almost anywhere in between. Today, we move through every dimension. How does that sound?
I don't know if they can hear everything, but
So I don't know how clear you can hear it, but I kid you not, you don't have to take my word for it. This is more of like word of mouth, so that whomever you might be, can just go to your local Walmart, and if they have it, just press the play button on their display thing. You will not be disappointed. This thing is really ground shaking. I mean, we're actually sitting on our floor, which is tile, and honestly, you could feel the floor shake. If you want something that has clear dialogue, you hear everything. My wife and I have actually found ourselves since mid this week that we got the bar, following things moving because of the soundbar, which is something we didn't have before. And everything moves, everything shakes. Like, you really do get an IMAX experience in your home.
the old soundbar we had was great, but it didn't make everything shake. Or it was a lot bulkier too.
Yeah, it was a lot bulkier. This is amazing. We actually took a lot away to add this. We paid out of the butt for what we had before, and we paid a lot less for this and got way more. Like, way more. This is amazing. Again, if you have a 4K set, or a 4K set with the eARC system, HDMI, honestly, you're gonna get it all. You really, really are. And here we are, we're telling you, running at an optic one that sounds outrageous. Like, this sound is ridiculous, how good it really is. And again, we do well enough that we know we could get the Bose, we could get the Sonos, and what have you. Yeah, I prefer this. I really, really do. And we didn't even know that till early this week. We were set on the Bose 700 soundbar. It's a nice looking soundbar too. It really, really is. My wife loved it.
Mm-hmm. I still love it. But
this,
after I heard this
is ridiculous. This really brings everything together. So this was more informative than anything. Hope it helps you out. If you really want a good system for like way more than half the price, I kid you not, 820 watts peak. Basically, when you're like at 20 set on volume, it shakes. It really, really does. If you have a good 4K player like an Xbox or a good 4K Blu-ray player, wow, amazing. Really, we stream everything and it sounds amazing. We were watching fights tonight and it sounded amazing.
very clear.
Everything is clear.
We're very picky.
We heard every punch. It just sounds amazing. And I'm talking about streaming TV. So for those of you that know, you know that it's not the same thing. So like I said, the Onn Blast 5.12 soundbar, Dolby Atmos. Honestly, just try it. We'll probably come back in about 30 to 60 days and do another review. See how we're doing with this soundbar. It'll be in a different facility though. And if everything goes well, I'm actually thinking about buying another one and 3 more subwoofers. And that will make my in-home movie theater. I like sound on steroids. And this is sound on steroids.
It's really good.
So,
And the price
with
is
that said,
fantastic.
happy holidays to you all. God bless you all. And I hope you're all keeping safe. And may everyone in this world get vaccinated against anything that will threaten our families and our children. Peace be with you, especially in this trying time and during this holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you.